Hey guys, it's Jacob for Starfighters Arcade. After 3 years, we finally made it back here at Zapcon, the 8th or 8.2 edition at the Mesa Convention Center. We've been waiting patiently for this weekend to arrive, and now it's finally here, and I'm going to show you guys around personally, so prepare to be zapped. Man, it feels so good to be back and seeing all these machines. There's got to be at least 300 here, and we added to that total too. Though we didn't contribute as much like we have in the past, we still brought along some cabinets we've been refurbishing, like Centipede appropriately, and Miss Pac-Man, though it might need a little more fine-tuning. There's plenty going on at the arcade. We're still open during our normal business hours, even with all the excitement going on this weekend. We're even hosting a few parties, which is what I'm doing presently. The good times are rolling and my shift is done, so let's head back to Zapcon. If you're not familiar with Zapcon, it's Arizona's largest arcade and pinball expo in the valley. It's got plenty of games to back that up. A few you may recognize from Starfighters, while some you may only see every once in a while at events like these. A couple of them are up for sale, however. Anyone interested in this Zor? You'll find a lot of classics all over the main floor, but you'll also find some older machines from the Bronze Age of arcade gaming. These machines are a treat not just because they still work, but also with the clever stuff they did all the way back then. Highlights included Skydiver, an Atari classic on their 2600 console, but has true-to-life controls on the arcade. Midway's Tornado Baseball was a hoot, and I believe the oldest machine at the whole event is Sega's Combat, but don't quote me on that. Something I've noticed is that there are a handful of newer machines, or at least those that stand out from the retro aesthetic. Time Crisis 4 kinda took me by surprise, but this Star Wars Battle Pod easily stole the show. There were two of these games, the other being Mockstorm. Both have a similar premise of shooting targets down in a flying vehicle, being showcased on a special dome projector. Definitely worth the wait. Obviously, there isn't just arcade machines, for you'll find a wide array of pinball machines, from the old to the very old to even the latest releases provided by Game Room Goodies. I can spot a few from our Pinball Fest we had a couple months ago, but this Cactus Canyon caught my eye, a remake of a Bally Pin, and it was pretty fun. Fits the state we're from for sure. It goes without saying that there are some machines that you're going to be partial to, and we always like to play this here Williams 1957 baseball. Just a simple pitch and bat game that so happens to provide the most fun, and we know everyone that plays it enjoys it. Other favorites include Kicks, Pengo, Bosconian, and Junior Pac-Man, but they all really can't compare to this old ball game. I could personally play this game all day, and I'm going to play another game of it right now. While you're walking about, you may stumble across some rare machines you won't find anywhere else. Beside me are two hard-to-find vectors in Boxing Bugs, one of the best games here in my opinion, and Cosmic Chasm, a really impressive cinematronics game that first started life on the Vectrex. You're bound to find more uncommon machines, just gotta know where to look. While all machines here look original, you may be surprised to find some custom-made games. Zapcon always brings a few they own, including the infamous Polybius, but the customs also extend to the pins. The Dukes of Hazzard I remember from the SPF, and this black hole based off the Disney film came from the same people at Outpost Cordelia. It's cool to see this kind of stuff, and while we're at it, you like see-through Golden Axe? There's more than just the games here at Zapcon. If you look off to the sides, you'll find plenty of vendors selling all sorts of good, like merchandise and video games. My eyes were on this Atari VCS the whole time I was there. We also have to highlight the sand-etched glass cups done by the one and only Moto Glass. Keep up the great work, Moto. If you're in the competitive mood, then Zapcon has you covered too, with an abundance of tournaments going on all over the convention center. The pinball tournament takes center stage, with pin golf and other contests going on elsewhere. My friend Dave was trying to go for the high score on video pinball, and there were other contests like having the best machine at the show. No real surprise who won there. There's even more to do outside the main convention floor, for if you travel down the long hallway, you'll eventually find the console lounge filled with systems like the Atari, NES, and Genesis, with various games to try out, and cocktail games that are cool to see in themselves. But if you came around here at the right time and day, you could have seen the Minibosses perform a set live inside. Nothing like a good concert to go with your gaming. When it comes to an event like this, it's better to have friends along with you for the ride. Regulars like Jody, Dave, Joe, old friends and new friends came out to play all the games on offer. It very much enhanced the experience, and the event was more fun because of it. We even made games out of games, like getting high scores over another. Like on the Big Lebowski Strikes and Spares, I was able to get a perfect 300, unlike some people. Well, that's another Zapcon down, and from what I can see, the lights are just about to come on as they're ushering patrons out of the building. It's always sad to see the machines getting packed up, but the 3-year wait made this Zapcon even sweeter, and we honestly can't wait for what's to come next. On behalf of the Starfighter staff, I'm Jacob Ross. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you at Zapcon 9.